guess what? It's my book, Find Your Happy Daily Mantras. My second book is almost out. This is my author copy. I received it to look through and make sure everything is perfect order for you. And it is so exciting to hold this book in hand. I have a story that I want to share with you about this book, and that actually leads us into today's message today. And the reality is, this book is a miracle book. Like, I really believe that this book is like a miracle on how it has come to be. So back this past summer, I had this inspiration. I woke up in the middle of the night and I said to myself, oh my gosh, I have to write a 365-day practice. I have to make happiness a way of life, and I have to get this out to people, you, by the new year, so we can start January 1st off in this great mentality of holding this energy of motivation, 365 days of inspiration, so you can start day one, literally day one. And I went to my publisher and I said, we have to do this. And they laughed, not really laughed. They actually said, that cannot be done. No way. And I said, but we have to try. And they really were looking at it as this impossible feat. And I could have taken what they said and used that to slow me down and say, well, they said it can't be done, so we're just not going to move forward. And I could have said that they rejected me, and I could have allowed that rejection to really set in and keep me from moving forward on my goal. But instead, I said, you know what? Let's try. Let's work together and do what we can. It doesn't matter that it's never been done. We can work together here. And I held that vision. And so this book is coming out in November for you. And they said it couldn't be done. They thought it was going to be out in January, but it is here. And so I want to talk to you today about rejection. And we have a choice. We can either let it take us down, or we can use it as fuel to move us forward. So think about your own life and think about an area where you might be feeling rejected or feeling like you're not getting what you want and people keep saying no, or you're not being approved for the loan, or you're not going out with the right people and you keep getting rejected. Think about that as I take you through the message today, because I'm going to help you reframe your group focus. So instead of looking at rejection as something bad, you can actually look forward to rejection and use it to help you move forward in life. Yes, that's right. You can look forward to rejection. So the very first step I'm going to share with you today is how you can use rejection to work for you, and that is to recognize that nothing changes. Literally. What happens when we want something, we put these expectations on it and we say, I want, for example, I want to meet a soulmate. Maybe you're trying to meet a soulmate and you go out on dates and you're hoping this person is the one. But at the end of the day, they don't ask you out on a second date. Maybe you're feeling rejected, but the reality is nothing really changed. You're not in a relationship just like you weren't in a relationship before. Or maybe you're applying for schools or a loan or a job and they say you're not the right fit. And that's what you want to recognize about rejection, is it just means it's not the right fit for this time and place. So my publisher said, back in September when we were trying to get this into production, they said, it's not going to work. It's just not the right time and place. And I used that to really move me forward and say, you know what, let's just keep going. And so for you, keep going and recognize that just because nothing changes doesn't mean that you're not closer to where you want to go. So recognize if you're feeling rejected and down and out, nothing's changed. Your life is still the same, and you know how to handle that. You've been living your life the way you have been for a while now. So take the rejection and the personal out of being rejected, and you'll be able to move forward easier. The second step that I want to share with you is that take this on. Rejection is protection. When we are being basically, when you're rejected from something, whether it's a job you think you want, a perfect date, a loan, whatever it is, usually there's something else bigger behind the scenes that we don't know about. And I want you to think about that, because the universe, your guides, your higher power, angels, whatever it is that you really associate with, is always there protecting you. It's your inner guide, your higher self, your future self, your heart. And so, for example, when I very first left corporate, I was applying for all these jobs in corporate because I was like desperate. I was like, oh my God. When I very first left, the fear set in and I was like, I need to make money. I don't want to go to corporate, but I need to make money. So I started applying for all these jobs and I kept getting no's for these I was totally qualified for. But I realized I had to get honest with myself, and I realized I don't want these jobs. And that's when I set on my path to become a writer and do the work that I do today, because I had to get honest with myself. So recognize that rejection is protection, and most often when you get really honest with yourself, seriously, get honest with yourself, you'll recognize that you didn't really want it anyways. You were hoping maybe that would solve your problem of feeling lonely or not having money or whatever it is the rejection, getting what you think you wanted, is going to solve. Most of the time, it's not what we want anyways. Your soul knows what's best for you and your soul is rooting for you. So recognize that rejection is just protection and it's this or something better. That's the third one. My mom always told me growing up, and it's something I really live by and it works, and I know a lot of you have read about it in my articles and books, that the mantra and the idea that it's this or something better means that everything is working out for you and on your behalf. So if you're feeling rejected, if you feel like someone didn't give you what you want or what you deserve, recognize that there's something better on the way to you and hold that intention. So I was not attached to this book coming out at the end of this year. I was hoping and really associating and sending good vibes and visualizing, but I let go. I said, universe, God, angels, you know what's best and you know where this book is supposed to be out. And although I think it should be out before the new year, you guys take it away. And so that's kind of letting yourself be guided is really going to help you feel more empowered. So repeat the mantra, it's this or something better. If you get denied or someone is rejecting you, recognize it's not about you. It's actually a protection and you're moving closer to what is really going to be best for you in your future. So these are 3 easy steps that you can apply right now to your life when you're feeling rejected or feeling like things aren't going your way. I hope you enjoy that. And guess what? Miracles happen. This book came out in record speed. I think I probably broke a world record with this book, which is very exciting. So all of it was for you to get this in your hands and to get this to you. And so when you work together with others, you can really make things happen. That's kind of the underlying lesson here. And so don't take rejection for face value. It just means at this moment in time, it's not right. But a day later, a month later, even a week later, if it's something that you really want, it will come true. Okay, guys, thanks. Have a great day playing with the world.